What's up, everybody? How y'all doing tonight? Good? Yeah? Fucking liars. And I don't mean that like in an offensive way. I'm sure none of you guys are like intentionally like lying to me. It's just that you are. I mean, the fact of the matter is like we're just naturally just so pre-wired to tell everybody that we're fine. Like we walk up, like I'll take you through a scene. You're going to your class, you see your pal, for argument's sake, let's say her name's Caroline. A lot of damn Carolines running around. A lot of Carolines running around this campus. Yeah, all like 50 of the Carolines in the audience like, oh my gosh, she said my name. Yeah. So you walk into your class, you see your pal Caroline. Hey Caroline, what's up, how you doing? I'm good, man, how are you? Fine. You gotta keep going about your business. That's a quick, less than 20-second interaction. You probably have about like 5 of those each day. Now let's take that situation, let's make it honest. Let's make it true, truthful. What's up, Caroline? How you doing? Honestly, man, I've seen better days. I just feel there's so much weight and pressure on me all of a sudden. I really don't think I can deal with it anymore. You're taken aback. You don't know what to say to that. You weren't expecting that. You're running late to your class in Bartley. You have 5 minutes to leave. Now you have to play psychologist all of a sudden. What do? You just kind of stand there. You're just like, Dang, man, that's crazy. I had to get running, but I really hope it all works out for you. Prayers up, man. You have to leave, and you can never speak to Caroline again. You're done with her. Because Caroline's going through some stuff that you are not prepared to deal with. Just as an individual, unless you're a psych major, you're just not prepared to deal with that. And like this whole predisposition to say that, yeah, you're fine when you're really not. I mean, it's pretty similar to how a bunch of states have been dealing with just like COVID in general, you know. Yeah, we've all heard of like UNC, people who go to that school getting sent home quicker than you can say COVID-19. We've heard of NYU turning into like a modern day Alcatraz, like, and that's just the college example. I mean, we're not even going into states. I mean, not all states have been like handling the pandemic terribly, but we all know, some of us are probably even from states that like handled it like just terribly. Like cases spike and they tell you, yeah, we're fine, don't worry about it. Yeah. Cases spiked last week and you're going into phase 3. You don't know what phase 3 is? That's like no mask mandate. You just walk around like everything's back to normal. You're fine? Yeah, we're good. No, you're not, sis. No, you are not. I mean, like, and no one's really fine. I mean, every day, all the weekends are just getting repetitive. I mean, there's only so many times you can hang out with your friends playing drunk Uno or beer pong or flip cup. This is all hypothetical. I'm 19. Before I get a surprise breathalyzer test right after this, don't worry. All hypothetical. Of course, you know, community first. Yeah. But like, you know, it's pretty similar to how like we're just all so pre-wired to just say we're fine, and we're like just really not. Like, and I think just the pandemic has given us a good insight as to how all these other states, you know, just act. You know, you'd never really realize how different these states are from where you're from until you come to like maybe a school like Villanova, and like you meet all these people from all these different parts of not just the country, but like the world. We have plenty of international students running around. And, you know, and I know firsthand, like people are always trying to get like a perspective on like how it's been for me, because I'm not from Pennsylvania. I'm like, I got a good drive to get here, but it's always, and you know, I'm always open to a dialogue. I'm always open, you know, if someone walks up to me and says, "Hey, you're not from around here. How have you been adjusting to life in Villanova?" That's fine. I'm okay with having that dialogue, having that conversation. That's fine with me. But it's always interesting to see how people like ask me. It's never just a straight shot question. It's something that sounds kind of philosophical. It sounds kind of like this. Hey man, what's the atmosphere like at Villanova for you? How's that been? What do you mean? What, you know, what's the atmosphere like? How's it been for you? I don't know what to say to that. I take a deep breath in, just, air quality's pretty good. I'm doing all right. Nothing too bad. I'm not in the mountains or anything. I can't complain. No complaints, really. Funny guy. No. I see what you mean. That's not what I mean. I mean, like, sorry, let me rephrase. I mean, like, how have you been adjusting to, like, the change of pace here at Villanova? Oh, got you. I should just led with that. Well, I personally, I like to walk pretty briskly, a good 4 to 5 miles per hour. Nothing too fast, but like I don't want to be that last person in line, you know? It's pretty simple. So it hasn't been much of an adjustment. I try to keep that pace. I've kept that pace back home. I keep that pace here. Oh, okay, yeah. Maybe I'm beating around the bush. Maybe I should ask it more straightforward. I just mean, what's the temperature like at Villanova? You know, how's the temperature been for you? Oh man. Well, you should just started with that. I'm not a weatherman, but it's about the 60s. I got my jacket on. I'm doing pretty well here. You know, You know, I'm doing fine. Not too hot, not too cold. Pretty temperate, very temperate. But like, obviously, I mean, these are all jokes. Obviously, you know, take a good look at me. There's a pretty clear reason as to why people are always trying to get how I'm feeling. You know, I kind of stand out in the crowd here. If you haven't noticed, I mean, I'll say it. It's the elephant in the room. Yeah, I'm from Baltimore. Yeah, that's it. Kind of stands out when I get into a crowd. It's the first thing people notice about me, unless there's something else. No. Yeah, it's the Baltimore thing. I know. It's like written on my forehead as soon as I walk into a group. They're like, "Oh my God, you're from Baltimore, aren't you?" I see that. You know, coming to a school like Villanova is really different for me because it's a lot different from where I'm from. Everyone's so different. I don't know what else to say about that. And so, you know, just the little things about where I'm from Baltimore, Maryland, like I said. First of all, if there's anybody from Maryland in the audience, if you're from anywhere in Maryland besides Baltimore, you can shut the hell up right now. Sorry, I don't make the rules, but yeah, you can just shut up. Because I mean, whenever people talk about Maryland, it's usually something in relation to Baltimore. Like, I mean, just think about it. Here's some things Baltimore has. We have a banging football team. I won't take any slander. I won't. We have a baseball team that exists. I will take slander for that. We have a national aquarium. Now, what's the difference between a national aquarium and some regular aquarium at another state? I don't know. But ours is the national one, and I will stand by that. And then, of course, there's like the occasional flood, but I'll tell you what, you go to Target and anywhere in Baltimore, best umbrellas you'll find. Best ones you'll find. It's top made. Now, if you open the span to Maryland, there's not a lot going on. They have a Chesapeake Bay, which I've seen. It's pretty meh as far as bays go. You know, I've seen better. And we have crabs. Now, I won't tell you if I'm talking about the disease or blue crabs, but I will tell you, whichever one you are thinking, you're right. And of course, no state will be complete without some random area to like the east that's just completely and utterly just dedicated to Confederacy for whatever reason. I don't know what's going on there. All I know is that I just keep going straight. I don't look at it, I don't acknowledge it because I don't think I'd make it out. And so yeah, so it's so different coming to Villanova. I started interacting with so many states that I didn't even realize, you know, I didn't really care about, honestly, quite frankly. I mean, anybody from New Jersey in the audience? Oh, wow. Oh, you guys are from New Jersey? Yeah. How original. Yeah, how unique. Oh my gosh. How unique. How quirky. Wow. Yeah. I don't know a lot about New Jersey. I know about 2 solid facts that I use just to guide myself. I know, and one of them comes from Hamilton. I know that everything's legal there, and I haven't found anything to prove that wrong. And I know that for whatever reason, they don't pump their own gas. Now, what conclusion can I make for myself about New Jersey from that? Don't drive there. That's pretty much it. That's the only thing I need to know about New Jersey, that I shouldn't drive there by any means necessary. But that's just one of the states. That's such a popular state around here, you know. There's a bunch of other states, but you know, you ever know those states that kind of are on the map, but like no one really talks about? Those places that kind of seem like they exist, so like Delta Airlines can charge like 15 extra bucks. Yeah, like I met a girl the other day, she was from Wyoming. Yeah, no, look it up. It's a state, I swear. I didn't believe it either. And that's such a random state to be from, you know. If you're gonna be from a state, it could at least be from somewhere that like has a talking point, you know? If you're gonna be from an irrelevant state, be from like Kansas. Can you imagine? There's nothing going on in Kansas, but at the bare minimum, you can say the Wizard of Oz took place there. At the bare minimum. Can you imagine the clout you'd get from being from the state that Dorothy mentioned in the Wizard of Oz? Come on. That's a solid irrelevant state to be from, but Wyoming? Why? Why that state? Was Kansas taken? I don't know what to say about it. And then, like, you know what I'm talking about, those filler states. Those filler states are like on the map, but you're like, what is it here for? You know, anyone from let's say Alaska? Just as I thought. 0. Yep, that's what it sounds about right. So really, like, when you think of the U.S., you really only see, like, you think about West Coast and you think about the East Coast. Like, those middle states, some of them might have something going on, but you really only think about the East Coast and the West Coast. And when you think about the West Coast, you're really only thinking about, like, probably California. We got a couple here, yeah. Like, when you think about California, there's a lot going on there. I don't want to attack California too much because California is attacking itself, quite frankly. You know, like, I take chemistry, and like I learned that there are 3 basic states that matter: liquids, solids, gas. Simple. Everybody knows that. Now, when you get to California, there are 4. Why are they? I'll let you know. Liquids, solids, gases, and fire. And it's interesting. Too soon? Yeah, maybe. It's interesting because when you ask, I have some friends from California. If you go up to them and say, hey man, I heard about the fires. Everything going all right? Your family okay? All that? They're just like, yeah, we're fine. They'll shrug it off. Like nothing. Californians are so just used to disasters. They'll just shrug it off. I mean, like, where I'm from, if there's an earthquake, your day is over. You're done. You're done for the day. You go back in your house and you don't leave until the lady on the TV tells you can leave. Very simple. In California, it's a whole different thing. If there's an earthquake, doesn't matter what level it is. The most intense earthquake you can think of, all that happens is that they brush the rubble off. They text their little group chat with the girls, you know, Caroline and the girls, and they say, hey guys, I think we're gonna have to push brunch back 15 minutes. Just 15. I just have to clean out my car, a couple rocks fell, whatever. That's insane. That's trauma. That's mental trauma in the finest way possible. But it's understandable. Like, I feel like everybody from California, mentally, is more like the Dakotas, you know? They just kind of exist. Everything's kind of falling apart. If you've never been to the Dakotas, good. But all that's there is really Mount Rushmore, and it's basically falling apart. The Dakotas exist solely as kind of like a gateway to Canada. That's really it. I mean, no one lives in the Dakotas. They go through the Dakotas to get to Canada. But we're all trying to get to Canada, so it makes sense, you know? If you have a friend from California, give him a hug, you know? Call Caroline over and tell her, hey man, I get you're in a rough place, you know? We're all kind of mentally trying to get to mentally get to Canada. I get that, you know? It's rough out here. It sucks right now. So I know where you're coming from, and I'm trying to get to Canada with you. But bitch, get in line. I was here first. That's all I got for you guys.